From the dark regions of Barnard Star is your host for this afternoon, Psycho Cow. Good evening, everyone at Lavecon. Hello. Just noticed got a nice big part of the screen showing over here. I thought I'd trimmed that out. I've not trimmed out the wrong side. Well, good evening and welcome to Abraka Drabble. This is our weekly show that we run every week. That's what weekly means. On the Elite Dangerous Forum, where we invite Elite Dangerous Commanders to submit a Drabble. And you guys are going to have to help me out here. What's a Drabble, I hear you say?
No, you don't.
1,000 words, sorry. 1,000 words. Someone's on the wrong wiki. A Drabble is a short story of 100 words exactly, excluding title. Sorry, I felt a little bit transparent there for a second. Thanks, Simuf. Sabotage.
I don't think anyone noticed.
No. Right, so yes, every week we invite people to write a 100-word short story in the Elite Dangerous.
Will you please moor your spacecraft to the side of the world?
Thank you, guys. It's going to be one of these days, I think. I'll tell you what is one good thing. We've not got TeamSpeak today because it's the afternoon. We will. We've actually got, although I was going to do a top 10, we have to revisit that plan and do the only 8, of which 2 were people that I press ganged from the forum to give me some content. So I think obviously people here were too busy drinking and having fun to sit down and write a Drabble, or they did, but they can't remember where they left it. So we will be getting on with that in a couple of seconds. Our theme for this weekend was, of course, Lave. So all the Drabbles should have a kind of Lave flavour to them, a kind of Lave flav. You see what I did there? And look, if you're booing at that, you've definitely come to the wrong room. It should be quite interesting. We've managed to say we've got 8. We've got some really, really high quality Drabbles, which for our regular viewers, I'll try and explain the words. And we've got one by Simuf, which should be, I've not read them, and that's one of the things. Every week we get these Drabbles in, and I try my best not to read them so that I can do them to the best of my ability on the day, raw. That's the plan. It often is horrific as I get tricked and tripped with some very choice phrases that on their own look quite innocent until you say them out loud, and then very suddenly you realise that you may not be allowed to broadcast the next week. No, it should be fine. As I say, the regular Drabblers have not taken part, other than maybe Simon, and I will try and read his on the fly. So, we are going to jump into the cockpit of doom. If we can. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. And I am going to immediately call down my Drabble Screen of Dreams, which is where we will display some of the Drabbles that I've had a chance to type up. That definitely needs oiling. There's something really wrong with my screen. And as I say, the theme this week is Lave, so we will not delay. We will kick off with our very, very, very first Drabble by Steph Wyeth. And the text is on top of my head. Somebody forgot to move it. And that, by somebody, I mean me. Drabble number 1 by Steph Wyeth, and this one is titled Lave Station. Shun, 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 shun. I normally have reverb that I can control, but... Lave Station! Awesome. Visited by many, but with a history understood by few. All those pilots docked at the station, wincing at the cost of the famous brandy, blissfully unaware of the pain and suffering below. I typed this up. That shouldn't be an M. Could they have made a difference? Should they ever have tried? There are those who have said that boycotting the orbiting Coriolis would have resulted in political change through economic hardship. Others contended that such hardships would simply have strengthened the regime. Who can say? Maybe it was necessary for the leaders and their children to grow old and die before change could take place. What was that? Death, right. So we're going to take a consensus from the room. We have a range of different sound effects that we can award this Drabble. Do you have a thumbs up for Steph's? Or a thumbs down? Right, we've got 2 thumbs. That's a kind of, I think that's a middle cheer. It's kind of between a chair and one of these. It's kind of there. So that's not bad, Steph. Not bad, Steph. And we'll move on to our second Drabble, which is by one of the elite fiction authors, who is currently running. I don't know if he is. I don't know if he's currently conscious. Dave Hughes. No. That was you recording from his room. Drabble number... No, you didn't. No. Drabble number 2 by Dave Hughes, and this one is titled... One Good Reason. Who are we? An interesting question. We are a product of our history. We lived our dreams and our nightmares. We've been a shining jewel in the black night of space. Oh no! Sorry. That's my head. We've been home to scandal and corruption, and we've suffered the consequences of our blindness. Nevertheless, we've survived. We've changed, evolved, and adapted in a dangerous universe. We've become more than anyone thought we could be. We've seen tyrants, revolutions, and new world orders. Still we endure. Why? Because we always held on to our dreams and believed in ourselves. And for one simple, beautiful reason. We are Lave! That was my Brian Blessed at the end. Yeah, I quite like that one, I did. I think that was a very good Drabble. In fact, I think it may well be considered. It was Vandavidosi, 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 and they danced all night. Vandavidosi, Vandavidosi. That's enough of that. We'll move on to Drabble number 3. Drabble number 3 comes in from, actually via email, and I didn't quite catch their commander name, so I'm unfortunately going to have to probably give it their details. Their name is Shannon Mayer, Drabble number 3. And this one is a rather dark Drabble, actually. And it's titled... A Never-Ending Death! Thank you. Death is never easy. That particular statement seems strange to Sarah. How many times had she died? Lost track. Do the job, lose your life, resurface elsewhere, she thought. What was this place called? Lave. Sarah, looking into the eyes of her next victim, seeing fear, yet didn't even know why he was going to die. It was just a job, she told herself, as she pulled the trigger. That's a very big gun. The man that was Jake fell to the ground, blood splattering everywhere. She did it. It was a big gun. It had a lot of swords inside it. She did a deal with the devil to find him. Her implant would take care of the rest. Ooh, I think, you know what, I'm not even going to ask you guys. I'm going to give that one a big... So our next Drabble comes in from another one of the elite authors, who wrote as part of the Tales of the Frontier, one of the books which is, what's the word? a collection of short stories. The Anthology, because that's what it's called, isn't it? The Elite Anthology. And I'm not sure if that's on sale here. Has anyone brought them in? Kate might have some. There might be some out in the sort of area out there, the bar.
You don't have a problem with that place last night.
No, I could. So this is a Drabble by Darren Gray, who wrote The Silver Comet, which is actually quite a brutal story. Really enjoyed that, and the audiobook version of it was fantastic by Fantastic Books. So Drabble number 4 by Darren Gray, and this one is titled A Lady Children's Story. Have you got a nice sort of children's kind of happy-go-lucky background for that one? No, that's it. Nope, that's still a gun. Yeah, that could be quite. Yeah. That is quite creepy. Timmy the tree grub sat in his tree all day long. He munched leaves and was happy. Munch, munch, went Timmy, every day, all day long. But one day, Timmy got bored. He said, I want to explore. So off he went, climbing down the tree. Stomp, stomp, went Timmy. That wasn't really a stomp. I don't think he's got a pogo stick. Stomp, stomp, went Timmy. He climbed all the way down to the ground. He was free. But Dr. Walden saw Timmy and was angry. You are not allowed to be free, he said. You must only munch all day long. So Walden clomped his foot on Timmy and squished him away. Squish, squish, went Timmy, and the tree grub was no more. Oh. Do you know? We've got that's definitely a tune. And I think I'll vote for the kids in the room. I think you would be giving that one's from you. Did you like it? Is that a good one? Yep. Okay, fantastic. Now that is the last of the Drabbles that I could get typed up in time, so we are going to put away the screen. We're going to stow it back up, and hopefully this time it will work out those squeaks. No, there's still something not quite right with that screen. Something is seriously wrong. And our next Drabble is actually going to be read by the author, Mr. Steve Dobson, if he's in the room. Yes, he is indeed. Commander Dobbo. And your title is not on this bit of paper.
Okay. I'll do an introduction, if I may.
It's all right, we've got you covered for sound effects.
That's what worries me.
That's not a problem. There's no need to be nervous. It's just the other web camera. Oh, yeah, that could be an idea, wouldn't it?
Not now. It was set up for people's faces to be the very close.
That's all right. We're going to show you Dobbo's best side.
Right. Mine's based around a certain incident that I learnt at Fantasticon earlier, where having arranged with Frontier the subject matter of his book, Alan Stroud had pretty much finished the project when Michael Brooks released the fact that the Lavian tree grub was still alive. And this caused, for those of you who know, this caused Alan some concern because his book was built on the premise they were already going extinct. And it inspired me this morning. So here it is. The return of the Lavian tree grub. Oh, sorry, do you know what the reverb on?
Oh, the return of the Lavian tree bug. The return of the Lavian, yes? Okay. Titled, The Return of the Lavian Tree Grub, 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 grub.
Alan Stroud went on the rampage. When Brooks resurrected the tree grub of Lave, he screamed and he hollered. He wrote emails that wallowed in vitriol that flew from the page. So Michael a U-turn did do, and the grubs, well, they got flushed down the loo. But the future is rosy, 'cause the sewers are cozy, and living on poo is their coup. Now 100 years or so from today, they'll emerge in a Lavian grub kind of way. From the depths down below, to the zoo they will go. But to see them, you'll all have to pay.
Very good. You ruined that double. You were too quick to get away. It's hard to do the typing and then at the same time. So that was...
Is Dalton still on screen for this backside?
That's his face. Yeah, that's the... This. That's my face! Right, we're moving on to Drabble number 6, which is by James Trott. Now, he did have an interesting commander name. If you excuse me, I'll just go straight back to the emails, because this one came in through email. It doesn't... No, that's the same one that you just did. It's the next one down. Normally, I'll get these all prepared on a Friday when we do our show at 7 PM, and we just fire it up onto that screen, so it's nice and easy to read. So
Don't lie. You don't prepare anything.
this one is, as I say, by James Trott, who goes by the Commander Average name, which is... I suppose it's neither good nor bad. Yeah, Commander so. And this one is titled Fozza's Bad Day. First Tech Fozza tightened the fuel valve in the Federation Cobra he had been assigned to repair that day. Interesting. That's my Fozza voice. Well, okay. Second technician, I always do the same as well. Read as written. Yeah. Do you want to read it yourself? No. Oh. Damn it. First Tech Fozza tightened the fuel valve on the Federation Cobra he'd been assigned to repair that day. Interesting, that's how he speaks, remarked his friend John. Damn, that wasn't Fozza then, that was John. That would be more like this. Interesting, remarked his friend John. What is? Asked Fozza. Well, only you'd think on this station of all places in this system you'd not have over-tightened that valve, replied John. What are you talking about? Fozza asked. You'll be here later on. Well, remarked John matter-of-factly, the word lave means literally to flow, and you've choked that fuel line to within an inch of its life. What do you know? Fozza said, ignoring his advice. And that's how Fozza got demoted to second tech. Very good. Very good. Now, this is a question I ask quite a lot in the stream. Mr. Mogadon, would you like to read your own Drabble? He's not here. Damn it. He's never there when I ask him, and when he is there I always forget. But you're here! Yay! Mr. Mogadon! Mr. Mogadon. And Mr. Mogadon's Drabble.
Consequences.
Are you ready? Yep. Mr. Mogadon is titled Consequences.
You're not. Right. Hello. Oh, there you go. Running.
It's on, yeah.
All right, that's okay. That's fine. Running footsteps sounded in Holdstock Plaza as a large figure careened round the corner, hoping to hide amongst the trees of the Memorial Gardens. Crouching behind a stone seat, struggling to control his breathing, he listened for pursuit, bitterly regretting his years of inactivity. A flame-topped figure entered the square, screaming into the night, "It's no use hiding! We'll find you!" We? Who else? The fugitive wondered, turning to creep away, only to find himself staring into a broken, tear-stained face. "You made me say such horrible things," whispered Vigor. "He's over here, John!" he shouted, brandishing a blade.
Thank you very much. Oh, do you reckon? Yeah. Really? You know what? I'm not actually sure what that was about. To me, it was a bit more like a male plant. No, it was very much like a male plant. And this is possibly the worst pun I have ever come up with.
It's a mystery.
It's a Mr. Tree.
It's a mystery. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it didn't get a laugh, you know. I wouldn't know what to do with one.
You are
where
a
did
sad, strange little man, and you have
We
my
are. Oh,
farewell.
oh no. Drabble number 8. Do you want to read your own? No.
Last one.
He
I'm
has
not going on your butt cam. Yeah, no, it's quite a scary one, this, and it's all about the reading.
Okay.
So if I don't win, it's your fault.
That's normally what people say.
Because I spent a lot of time making sure it was 100 words and getting as much suspense into it. So it's up to you. There's a lot of suspense in the middle. Okay, so there's a lot of pressure on you here to do me proud.
You've even scored out the bits that kind of took you over.
Yeah, I kind of went over and then I had to amend it a little bit.
I'm sorry, guys.
But I had a really good system on coming up with 100 words exactly.
All right, this is a drabble by Simuf, who's my brother, and it's titled.
It had 3 titles.
Okay, I see that. This one is Most Unhunted in Lave. A popular game on Lave is hide and seek. It was Fat Tommy's turn. He was very excited. The only time he had hidden anything was a burger in his mouth. He could hear the hunter counting down from 101. 101. 100. 99. 98.
Build up the tension. It's scary.
97. 96.
The next bit's good.
95. 94. 93. Numbers do count as words, and you can tell that because he's gone too far and he's then had to back count and score these ones off. 81. 70. I never could count. 73. Missed a few. 63. Missed a few. 53. We'll get the tension back up here now. 50. 46. I'm going to count these afterwards. He was never found. You'd all forgotten what had happened, didn't you? Oh, here we go. Well, I don't know. I'll ask the room, what would you like to award that? Are we on the upside or are we on the very downside? Well, I think... There's a lot of booze to go in that one. I think a lot of booze went into that one. Now, that is our last drabble of this Lavecon special. I do have 2 more. What time are we at? Well, we've got plenty of time. So we're going to include 2. I went to the Abraka Drabble forum and I asked if some of them could give me some content just in case we were sitting here and we had 2 drabbles to read. Because something that just didn't quite occur to me was drabbles take a bit of time to write. Reasonable drabbles take a bit of time to write. And of course, you underestimate how much time is eaten up at this event, but there's always something to do. And when you're not doing something, you're talking to somebody. And so we just kind of went to them just to make sure I had some buffer. So I have a Drabble here by one of our regular Drabblers, who is by the name Insane Photon. And he has given us a wonderful Drabble. I've not even read. I just read the title, and I'm hoping it's clean. I will try and catch these on the fly. This one is titled Travel Advice. You're going to Lave? I guess you've got your reasons. Not that I'd recommend it. The place is a dump, just a hive of villainy and scum. Apart from the pirates. The only visitors are rares traders and a few misguided romantic fools, giddy on tales of Lave's glory days. Sure, it used to be a galactic hotspot, if you believe the stories. The Pilot Academy, the Tree Grubs. It was the place to be. After the collapse of Galcop and the environmental disasters, it fell into decline. Go there if you must. But don't say I didn't warn you. That's a good Drabble. Thank you very much, Insane Photon. That was great. And our last offering of tonight, of today, not tonight, is a Drabble by a long-time forum user, Alien, Commander Alien.
Is that a song?
It's... Nope, it's not a song. This one's titled Lave Condition Red. Commander Viper was chasing Commander Alien towards Lave Station. I have you now. The two of them just won. That's hardly a battle. The two of them had been in a battle of wits ever since Viper had interrupted a conversation and insulted Alien.
You are a sad, strange little
smelly
man.
pirate hooker.
Have my pity. Farewell.
Somebody's got flabby fingers. Right, well, okay. An insulted Alien. Commander Alien alerted the local authorities. Who didn't hesitate to put a wanted status on Commander Viper? The crime? Using numbers and a name. That was so 3280s. Commander Viper spelled V1P3R, just so you know. I realised it'd be easy if you could see it, but never mind. Alien hailed the station. Lave Station. Lave condition red. I repeat, condition red. I need an emergency landing permission. Commander Viper. Commander Viper had hacked into Alien's comms. Commander Alien shut the frequency up. Alien shot through the letterbox at full speed, just as That's what?
That's why I'm not allowed to do sound effects really.
Yes, that's why you're not part of their sound team. Have you got a sort of boosty engine-y sound? Alien shot through the letterbox at full speed, just as docking permission was granted. Commander Viper didn't make the letterbox. Hey! You've got that one. Well, that... What do you reckon? Yeah, it's another one. There's another one for Commander Average. Golf clap, yes, perfect. Sounds a bit like this. I like a good slow clap. It's always handy to have them. And that actually represents the last of our Drabbles for today. So now, when it comes to the award and prize giving later on today, I will have a winner picked and we will announce them and they can win the particular prize, their choice of two Kindles that were on offer. And we'll award it to them then. But for now, there's just always one question that everyone always asks every week because I make them. And that is, what happened to last week's Drabbles? That would be a good prompt to ask me what happened to last week's Drabble.
I thought the question is, what are you doing with your life?
That's a different show. So thank you for tuning in. Thanks to everyone on the Twitch stream. I didn't get a chance to watch you, I'm sorry. And we will catch you again on Friday night at 7 p.m. just before Crash Landing kicks off. If you want to watch the show then, and we should have, oh crikey, I don't even know, we've not got a new topic this week. If you want to join us in the Abraka Drabble, if you want to be involved in the next lot of shows, then visit tinyurl.com/abradrab. Now, if you've got one of these Lavecon sheets, it does say Abradra. That works too. That was a typo, but it now works. It's fixed. Thanks to the tireless efforts of some people that I conned into using Tipex. No, we did. Because that's what it says in the sheets. But in real life, it should have been drab. But I didn't put that down on there, did I? No, I made a complete mess of it. So join us there, Abradrab, ABRADRAB, and you get to take part in this week's topic, which should kick off on Monday. We will know. But for now, yeah?
Just closing that door we opened earlier.
That's probably best.
For Lisa, because I know she gets mental about these things.
Right, so we're just going to have a sort goodbye. Thank you very much for being in here and being part of it. Thank you to everyone that submitted Drabbles today. They gave us something to go through. We've got an old regular Drabbler at the back there, Frank, who is slowly disappearing beneath a chair. That's right, everyone watching the Twitch stream. Frank is here. He exists. But for now, what happened to last week's Drabbles?